Did you ever hear the George Clooney story? It's the funniest fucking thing.
Mm-mm.
You know, back before he was all famous George Clooney, he told us on Howard Stern. He had a roommate, and the roommate had a cat that was like constipated and wouldn't go to the bathroom. So he left George there with the cat, and George took a dump in the cat box to make it look like it was the cat. And his roommate came home, and he said for the next room, all you could hear was, "Oh, kitty!" He thought the cat had put out a human-sized log. Can't you imagine George Clooney, fucking young George Clooney, squatting over a litter box, taking a dump?
Dude, sometimes Daisy will take these giant shits, and I'm just like, how did you take a poop that big? Yeah. You're so little.
Are you the TARDIS? Like is it bigger on the inside? Like, how do you fit all that in you?
Dude, like, especially when she was like little, like when she was still a puppy, and she would take these huge shits, and you're just like, where do you keep it?
Where do you store it? Like,
I'm like, I wish like I was like, you must feel so much better now. Right. Like, Jesus Christ.
Your heart
like,
must feel better. It's like, it's lowered now because it was raised because you had a shit sausage stuffed in you.
Oh, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny, Troy.
In a world of bad movies, two follically challenged men will stop at nothing to share their opinions of them. Their wives are tired of listening. But are you? This isn't the podcast you deserve, but it's the one you need. Prepare yourself for bald guys and bad movies.
Welcome to Bald Guys and Bad Movies, episode 45. I am Troy, here with my buddy.
I am Mike.
Stella!
Was I peeking? You had that look like I yelled. Should I do it?
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah, you're
You
great.
had that look like, what is this motherfucker like?
Gravy, baby. You're gravy, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I'm feeling good tonight, Mike. How are you feeling? Sleepy?
I'm feeling wonderful, Troy. I'm a little sleepy.
You just woke up from a nap.
Just a little bit. Well, what can I say? Went out to dinner, went to Yard House, had a couple of beers and a bunch of food, and then I came back to the house and crashed for an hour or so.
Shit, that explains it. You had your bellies full of food and beer, and
I actually had a soda, just kind of needed some sugar to perk me up for this interview. For this.
It is an interview, motherfucker. Impress me. So, hey, Mike, wait a minute.
Hey, Troy.
You just came back from Vegas.
Hell yeah, I did.
You saw some things, some sights.
Saw Cirque du Soleil, Mad Apple. It was good. It was really good. I liked it because it was different.
Flying little people?
No little people.
Flying little people dressed as devils? Last time I saw them, that's what I saw.
No.
Girls in hoops? Hooping it in midair? Hooping?
No, they had like the rope. They were on like ropes and stuff. One thing they did have that was kind of cool. They had like a girl, like a pole dancer, but the pole was suspended in midair. And it was like raising up and down while she was like climbing up and down and dropping on it. Like, it was pretty insane, dude.
That's sounds about right. I've had a pole raise up and down and someone drop up and down on it.
Jesus, Troy. Anyways, like, moving on. We saw Katy Perry. She was dope. It was a really good show.
And she is beautiful in real life as she appears.
She is pretty damn gorgeous, dude. Like, she has these eyes, man. They're just like, her eyes are so big. There was a time where she like closed one of them. Like, she was like, man, if I drink any more of that, I'll be drunk. And like, she pretended to be drunk for a hot second, like closed one of her eyes. And like, her eyes are so big that when she closed one of them, like, the difference between her closed eye and her fully open eye was like insane.
It made
like,
the one open eye even more stark, like a laser beam.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Cyclops.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Did you run out the theater in the rain and scream to the heavens, I love Katy Perry! And I don't care who knows. Lady Gaga, I love Lady Gaga. You didn't do it with Katy Perry?
I don't think I actually ever did that. Like, I think I just thought that at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't imagine beautiful people pooping like Katy Perry. It's kind of hard to imagine that. I know it happens. You know what I mean? Like a tree falls in the woods. Of course it makes sound. I know Katy Perry takes a dump. I just can't imagine it happening. You know what I mean?
What if Katy Perry's one of those people who has to like take a giant dump right before she gets ready to go on stage? Like they know that she's gonna have to take a dump, so
like a nervous dump.
Yeah, they have like a bucket. They have like a bucket next to her because it always happens like right when she's about to run on stage. You know what I mean? Or like the first couple of times they were just like grab a bucket, and then they built a toilet like right next to where she comes onto stage just because they know that it's gonna happen.
Wait, I can't imagine her on a toilet, but I can totally see that her taking a dump in a bucket backstage, and one of those Home Depot orange buckets too, those big boys.
Dude, I was more thinking like with like a champagne bucket, like that like had champagne in it. They had to find the closest thing possible, and all they had was a champagne bucket.
And before you went to Vegas, though, you set your time off with a tiny bang by going to see
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Roll it.
Scott Lang, you're an Avenger. You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is a 2023 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics, featuring the characters of Scott Lang / Ant-Man and Hope Pym / the Wasp. It is the sequel to Ant-Man 2015 and Ant-Man and the Wasp 2018, and the 31st film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Holy shit.
Holy fuckballs, dude. And I've seen every one of those motherfuckers.
Me too.
What's wrong with my life?
Every single one I've seen in the theater.
The film was directed by Peyton Reed, written by Jeff Loveness, and stars Paul Rudd as Scott Lang and Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, alongside Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newton, Bill Murray, Michelle Pfeiffer, Corey Stoll, and Michael Douglas. In the film, Lang and Van Dyne are transported to the quantum realm along with their family to face Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors. So Mike, what do you think about Quantumania? Would you recommend this film to the good folks out there?
Sure. I mean, it was fine. I felt like it didn't link anything together. It didn't bring any of the other storylines into it. I was really hoping they were going to do that in this movie because they haven't done it in any movie since. But when I really think about it, it wasn't till the first Avengers movie that they really linked everything together. There were small things here and there, like Wong showing up to find the rings at the end of Shang-Chi. But I guess I shouldn't be too annoyed about the fact that they're not linking them together yet. I guess the reason why it's annoying to me is because we've already set a precedent that everything is intertwined. You gotta start linking everything together quicker and sooner, in my opinion. Like they're doing it like a Lego set instead, like bag by bag by bag by bag, whereas with a Marvel movie, you want to do it like a puzzle. You just throw them all out on the table and slowly start to build it all together, little bits and pieces together. And I just, maybe that's not a good analogy, but whatever. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I just woke up 20 minutes ago or whatever.
So as a standalone film, that is definitely a valid critique.
Yeah.
But for someone who's not that invested or,
right,
to give a shit like about if it's
connected. For someone who isn't that invested and could give a shit if they're connected, I mean, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fun. I thought it was kind of funny. Like, you know what I mean? I thought the jokes hit pretty well. I thought it was on par with like Thor: Love and Thunder personally. Like, it was I felt like the jokes hit as well. A lot of the jokes were not so over the top as the Thor: Love and Thunder stuff, and I felt landed pretty well. And at the same time, like, I like Jonathan Majors. I like him as an actor. He's okay as Kang, but I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna loop it all around with the end credit scene being in, like, I don't want that.
Well,
anyways.
no spoiler. So is that a sure, why not?
Sure. Yeah, watch it.
Not enthusiastic. Gotta go see it.
Oh no, definitely not a gotta go see it.
Right.
But I thought it was fun. If you want to take your kid to see a fun action-packed movie, yeah, totally go for it. Or if you're a big Marvel fan, I would say see it because you got to see it. You don't have a choice.
It's like homework, you know? You kind of have to do it because if you don't watch it, you may be confused later.
Yep.
So you might as well just do it. And then if it happens to be cool and entertaining, great. Do I recommend it? I think I can give as much of an enthusiastic recommendation as you.
Yeah.
Nothing like, oh my God, it fucking blew my socks off or anything like that.
Right.
And I think it's more or less,
I
mean, Paul Rudd is great. I can watch Paul Rudd do fucking anything. If it wasn't for Paul Rudd, holy shit. He is the Robert Downey of these films. Meaning, Tarantino said, Iron Man is the star, not the star. And that may be true sometimes, but fucking Robert Downey. People went to see Robert Downey as Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man might have been the star, but Iron Man would not be what it is without Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And same thing for Paul Rudd.
Right. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Any other actor in this role, I probably would have a much harsher review of all of those movies.
Hell yeah.
The Ant-Man movies to me have been just okay. This is probably my favorite of the Ant-Man movies. That's kind of a low bar because the rest were kind of just okay to me.
This is your favorite of the Ant-Man movies.
This is my favorite because I like the quantum realm. I like it felt like they were really trying to go big, which they did. But the downside of that is that you're looking at just a whole bunch of CG shit flying around, and it's hard to get invested in a world that's clearly generated by computer or whatever. But it didn't stop me from going along with the story.
Paul Rudd's a fucking masterpiece, dude.
Yeah, he's a national treasure, so he makes it worth seeing. I didn't think the jokes landed all the time. I thought it could have been funnier. I thought it could have been a little wittier.
Oh, really?
Some of the jokes landed, others kind of fell flat for me, but the short of it is, I would see it for the sheer spectacle of the world.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The visuals are so good. That's why I would say see it in the theater.
Yeah, and that would be the main reason.
Yeah.
Just to, just like with Doctor Strange, I kind of had a similar feeling. Although I will say, this gets more points for me than Strange because I feel like it fulfilled the promise of this miniature world, and it did a lot of clever things with it and very inventive.
I did like though that the trailer that came out was a little deceptive. I thought they basically gave away the entire plot. You know what I mean?
How so?
But,
I don't even remember. What was
I remember there's a trailer that came out. I think it was the last trailer. And I watched it, and I was like, Troy, you should. I was like, new trailer came out for Ant-Man. You should not watch it. You're like, I already fucking did. And you're like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have watched it because it was basically just outlining what seemed like was going to be the entire story. And they used all these perfect clips and cut it together in a way that really made it seem like they were trying to set it up. Like he made a deal with Kang that he could go back and get all his time back.
Oh,
and, he would, reset the
you're right.
for
You're
him.
right. Yeah.
And that was not the case in the movie. And I was like, I was really happy about that because I was like, well, now do I even need to see this fucking movie? You know what I mean?
That said, that would have been a more compelling plot if they didn't give it away in the trailer.
Well, that's the whole thing. I don't think they would have put that in the trailer if that was the plot, but it would have been a more compelling plot, a way more compelling plot.
Because if you think about it, now here's what I've heard. This film has had multiple reshoots, even to the we're gonna get into spoilers now, folks. But I hear the fucking ending.
Oh,
I heard that was part of a reshoot, last minute reshoot, maybe a couple months before the movie's gonna come out, and they reshot it with a happier ending. And I thought, this is fucking clunky, dude. I didn't know this until after I saw the movie. Because what happens is Ant-Man, they go through the portal to get back. But before Ant-Man can go back, Kang reappears. And basically, he's going to sacrifice himself to keep Kang there. And then the Wasp jumps in last minute and saves him. The portal is destroyed or whatever.
Right.
And I'm thinking, holy shit, what a brave, bold move. Now, if they're going to be there stuck in the quantum realm, you can have all kinds of fun with. Here's a guy who's constantly confused with Spider-Man and doesn't really know what place he should have. Should he continue to be a hero? Right. Is he just some dude writing a book? And now here he is, the leader of a whole fucking world.
Totally.
Where is that going to go? Like, I was thinking all this shit before they fucking, for no reason at all, other than they want a happy ending, they have the portal open back up, and he's like, let's go home. So what was the point of even having that moment? It felt like what I found out later, it was a fucking reshoot. They wanted to have a happy ending, and it made the movie worse. I thought it was going to be really brave.
I looked up the word today. I think it's Vershema. What was it? It's Versemigellitude or something. It's some fucking German word.
Versimilitude?
No. It's a German word that means
Schadenfreude?
No, it's a German word that basically means
shit the bed.
While trying to fix something, you end up making it worse.
Those Germans, they have a word for everything. That's awful. Did you have that feeling about how they kind of copped out at the end?
Absolutely.
And what you were saying about the trailer, that would have been more interesting. A pact with the devil, right?
Yeah.
A deal with the devil to get your time back, because that is still a huge thing with him. He lost all this.
Exactly.
And they set it up beautifully. The daughter is getting in all kinds of trouble. She's in jail.
Yep.
You know, she's like, well, you weren't there. Sorry, Dad. You know, like, what if I could get that time back? What if I can undo that and be there for Cassie and help guide her? What a interesting nugget. And to have him grapple with that and actually go along with it under the guise of, well, this is for the greater good. He's probably an okay guy.
Right.
And then you unleash the hounds of hell. And then you're trapped there. And it's justified, right? Because you made the deal, fucking Ant-Man. So now you're trapped. But it's okay, because you're going to be the leader for these people that they need.
Hell yeah.
And that's a beautiful arc for that character. You take a beloved character, you leave him with appears on surface like an unhappy ending, but it's a more fulfilling, nuanced ending for this part of the story. Because then he's not gone forever. He could come back.
Exactly.
In fucking Secret Wars.
Absolutely.
And he's got the quantum. Can you imagine that? Ant-Man rides to come in to save the day. You forget that he's in a quantum realm, and all of a sudden he fucking shows up with an army of those weirdos.
And giant, like, fucking
sentient,
like, super
ants.
Smart sentient ants.
Right.
Dude, that was pretty. I liked that part. That was pretty funny. But I will say, I think we should rename this podcast to Backseat Rewriters. Like, because I feel like that's what we constantly do is rewrite.
I see you looking up something. Is that name taken? Are you looking up?
Verschlimmbesserung. Verschlimmbesserung is the word I was looking for. Verschlimmbesserung is a German noun for an attempted improvement that only makes things worse.
Well, they stepped in a big pile of Verschlimmbesserung. Whatever you
Verschlimmbesserung.
Verschlimmbesserung.
But I mean, look, I'm just so kind of disappointed with Marvel movies nowadays. You know what I mean?
You know, man, it's too much. And you know, to tack on to what you were saying before about it not feeling connected, I think it was connected to a degree. We saw Kang and Loki, but Loki was so far away, and Loki's a TV show. Like, before, it was a lot cleaner. It's a lot linear. You could trace the movie to movie.
They were like overlapping just enough.
And then you got to fucking watch the show. You got to watch WandaVision for Doctor Strange to make any sense. And then for this, if you want to really flesh out Kang, because he pretty much maps out his origin story in fucking Loki. But if you didn't watch that, then he shows up in this, and it's like, who the fuck is this guy? And then of course, there's an Easter egg scene with all the Kangs. And that was kind of weird. Weren't they like, weren't they like doing an Arsenio Hall kind of like dog pound woof?
I thought it was dumb as shit, dude. I was like, what even is this?
Yeah.
What even is this? Like,
it looked kind of clownish and silly.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. You set up Kang the Conqueror, and granted, it's a version of him, but it still doesn't change the fact he was defeated by fucking Ant-Man. And let's face it, Ant-Man is kind of the jokiest of joke heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I love Paul Rudd, but that's kind of the running gag. He is just
Yep.
kind of a silly hero. And your big bad, who's going to take on everyone, you know, the Avenger killing Kang is defeated by Ant-Man and the fucking Wasp. Like, I don't know, man. Not a good look.
And the Wasp, she was barely even in it, dude. She was like a minor character.
Yeah,
Then she had a freaking titular character who had like no screen time or lines or anything. It was so weird.
But let me tell you, there's several things about Michelle Pfeiffer. First of all, she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Madonna's plastic surgeon should be fucking forced to watch whoever Michelle Pfeiffer uses.
Right.
Masterfully done. She is so beautiful and so great in this
Yeah.
fucking movie. I was more compelled with her than any of the characters.
She was good.
And that's because she was trapped there and there, you know, she's been hiding things and she had actually a really good story. I also really enjoyed Michael Douglas. Having him have a more substantial role other than Cranky Pants in the corner.
Right.
And that's just
Cranky pants in the
I'm
corner.
old. I love Michael Douglas, you know, the 80s films.
Me too.
Where he was.
Yeah, totally.
And I would just like to see that guy in more shit. What a voice. He has such a signature great voice.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah, he
Douglas
does.
voice. So it was good to see him in action. And I did like the part where Michael Douglas, and I thought it was kind of a funny joke. This is an example of funny without really trying to be funny. He was trying to fly the ship, and it had like the juicy ooze holes. And she was like, he's like, what do I do? It's like stuffing a turkey.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Like he finds out that she got with the Bill Murray character, and he was like, really? Him? She's like, I was down here for 30 years. Yeah, well, it's fine. I mean, I had someone else too, you know.
That was nice.
That was it. She was like, she asked him later, like, well, whatever happened with that? She's like, well, we tried for a little while, but it didn't work out. She's like, what happened? It's like, she wasn't you, baby. Like, I was like, oh man, that's pretty nice.
I didn't like the daughter. I thought the actress.
You didn't like the daughter?
She was on the verge of smiling at all times, and maybe that's just her
Yeah.
fucking face. But
Maybe that's just her fucking
Robin
face.
brought it up to me, like on the car ride home. She's like, I don't like the daughter. I'm like, why don't you like the daughter? It's like she's trying to get out, like she's about to fucking giggle. It's like, yes. Like, I don't take her seriously because she looks, with some exceptions, when they're getting tortured in the prison scene, yeah. But I don't think she added anything. She's just...
There was one scene that I thought was really funny, like when she grows big, and then after, she's like, I'm so hungry. Like, she acts, she's acting just like he does the first time. She's like, I need, like, some citrus or limes
like,
or
I know,
something.
right?
He's
Something
like, I
about
know,
it.
right? Yeah, I like that part.
When she was escaping from the guards, she made one big, and it fucker shot up into the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got small and kicked one in the face. But there's it was good action, man.
Yeah,
Like,
there was some fun action, yeah. What did you think about all the people in the quantum realm? Like, they were just all so nameless, faceless, sort of, no one cares about them. That's one thing that they did a great job in Thor Ragnarok. Was when they introduced new characters, Korg and the bug chick. They did a great job of showing you a bunch of people, but picking like a couple to really ingratiate yourself towards and to really make you fall in love with. And I'll tell you the truth, I really liked the ooze guy, the drink the ooze guy. He was the only one who I thought
holes?
was worth.
How many holes do you have?
Yeah.
The end. I have holes. After he's been shot
so
up.
funny. It's like he's human, and for the record, he has 7 holes.
Have holes. I have holes.
And then they had like Laserhead guy.
Yeah.
And he was in a lot of scenes, but didn't talk. And it's like you were saying before, like,
You didn't care about any of the characters.
oh, I did like telepathic dude.
He was
Telepathic
funny.
black guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure he had a
totally.
name, but I'm pulling a Stella here. I'm using race to describe someone.
What?
But I don't know how
is a
else-
black guy.
How else
What
to
else are you gonna
identify.
say?
I'm just saying.
He was the telepathic black guy, dude.
The scene he shows up and what was it?
He's teleblackish.
Teleblack.
Teleblacking guy.
Telenegro.
Tele-
Wait, Paul Rudd was trying not to think something. I forget what it was. He's like, you're still thinking it. And you're still thinking it.
Exactly.
Please stop.
He's like, people are horrible. People are horrible. Like, he's like, I know what everyone thinks, and it's absolutely disgusting.
But when Jonathan Majors caught the laser from Laserhead and like curled and changed it to a different form of energy, shot it back and blew his head off.
That was pretty
there was some good King moments.
Look, the action scenes were good, and they were fun, and they were fucking action packed and pretty awesome. Like,
yeah.
I thought the action was the best part of the movie, to tell you the truth.
When you said earlier, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I disagree with it. It's definitely not as funny as either Thor films.
No. I wasn't saying that it was as funny. I felt like it wasn't as over the top.
Right.
You know what I mean? There were times where
it was action movie first with some jokes second.
And my whole thing was there was some over the top goofy moments in Thor Love and Thunder that I was just
especially Love and Thunder.
Yeah, like that I was just like, you know, it felt like a Family Guy joke. You know what I mean? Because it just kept going, and I was like, okay, this was funny for the first 5 seconds, but now it's like, move on. It's not funny anymore.
Ragnarok is way more balanced. And related, since we're talking about humor, what do you think about Bill Murray's casting as that character?
That's the word. Totally forgot what you call yourselves up there. Human.
Are you not human?
Not technically, but yes. In the ways that matter.
Because I felt like you could have literally had anyone on the planet play that character.
Yeah.
But when you have it be Bill Murray, I guess I'm expecting... Maybe it was my expectations.
No, I think baggage. That's the problem. When you give a role to someone with that much baggage, you expect something out of it, and you don't see them for the character that they're trying to play or what they inject to the story. You see them as, oh, it's Bill Murray.
But then
you know what I mean?
But then why cast Bill Murray there, right?
No, I'm saying it wasn't a great idea.
Right.
Which is why, like, Bill Murray was great in fucking Zombieland, right? Because he's playing Bill Murray. It was the perfect cast. It was a perfect idea.
Right.
Because he's playing Bill Murray. And when you have Bill Murray in a show, you expect Bill Murray.
Right.
And they were able to just give you Bill Murray in fucking Zombieland. And so I feel like Bill Murray's character was kind of just like a throwaway character. You know what I mean?
It's like stunt casting. And I think Bill Murray can be a compelling enough dramatic actor. It just felt pointless because he shows up and he dies.
Yeah.
Well, in a funny way, because he eats the squid, drinks and eats the squid, and then the squid is enlarged and it eats him, which I thought was kind of funny. Like, that was a joke that kind of landed.
That was cute. Yeah,
right?
that one totally.
It's not even, it's what we talk about. It's a joke, but it doesn't feel like it's written as a joke.
Right.
It feels like a cool action bit that lends itself to be kind of comical.
I just think that the hate is way more than what it actually deserves.
What are people saying? What are you reading? Because I've kind of grazed a little bit of reviews.
Me too. Not much, but I just know that it's like the worst rated film.
That's bullshit. I could tell you one.
No way.
Worse than Thor: The Dark World.
There is nothing worse than that utter piece of shit.
Give me a film that swings for the fences but fails, as opposed to a film that's just utterly forgettable.
Yep.
I don't get the hate either, but I think there's this wave of Marvel hate. Well, let's dive more into Kang, because Kang is going to be played by Jonathan Majors. I find him to be an interesting actor.
Me too.
I was trying to figure out how to express this. It's like I don't know what's coming next. Like when he's performing lines, just from his cadence and tone and inflection, mannerisms, it always feels like it's a bit off.
He is a fucking beast, dude. He put on so much fucking muscle for Creed 3?
Oh, yeah. I think he's bigger than Michael B. Jordan. That fucking
dude, he's fucking huge, dude.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He is a beast. I almost feel like he's wasted as Kang. Like, I know they're probably going to recast, like, Luke Cage. He could be a fucking awesome Luke Cage, dude. You know,
why recast Luke Cage?
well, first of all, Mike Coulter, in my opinion, wasn't that great a fucking actor.
Oh,
So
okay.
I wouldn't fucking mind if they recasted Luke Cage. But I'm just saying, if that comes up, because there's only been so many African American fucking Marvel heroes. Well, you got Blade, you got Luke Cage, Falcon, who's now Captain America. Anyway, like they have him
What's
as
the
Kane.
one that everyone wants Michael B. Jordan to be? Static Shock or something, like some off-brand fucking.
That's some like I remember.
Black Lightning.
Don't get me started, dude. Why the black hero gotta have black? Why you gotta be so obvious with it?
Yeah, totally. It's so fucking
White
wrong,
chocolate.
dude. White chocolate.
I date black women. Some white chocolate.
Oh man. The White Witch.
We talked about his performance earlier. You think he gave a good performance, or you thought he was kind of as Kang in this movie?
I mean, I think he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he will give a good performance no matter what he's in.
Mm-hmm.
My issue wasn't with this Kang. I actually thought this Kang was pretty compelling and would have been a good bad guy.
The main Kang.
The main Kang, because he is the exile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the exile Kang. So I have a feeling that he's not dead and he's going to come back, right?
Which is fascinating because did he say why he's exiled?
No.
And then he tells Ant-Man,
if you kill me, you're going to unleash hell.
Right.
Because all the other Kangs are going to show up.
right. So was he at war with the other Kangs? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I'm
the
compelled
greater
about.
evil.
That's why I'm compelled about what the fuck's going to happen in this storyline, like this phase. Because ultimately, I want to know what the fuck's going on with Kang and all the other Kangs and the timelines and all the infinite different timelines.
I just hated that last Easter egg shot with them jumping around like a bunch of drunken frat boys. Like, I would have rather them just standing there stoically. Or like allude to the fact that there's more of them. Like the main four, they look out the window and there's like thousands of ships showing up, maybe implying that they're full of Kangs. I don't know. You don't have to show them.
Exactly.
It made them sound comical. It was like a goofy fucking scene.
I didn't like that they showed them different. I don't know. Like I didn't.
Maybe it was too much, going too far too soon. Maybe.
Maybe, but like, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like it's like the scene in Ant-Man in Quantumania where he goes down in to like retrieve the engine part thingy and like it's separating into a million different Ant-Mans and stuff, and like, is that what the fight is gonna look like? Like World War Z? Remember the World War Z zombies? Like, is it gonna be like that, but with like Kangs like running
or
at
even
them?
worse,
Like,
a bunch of agents. Like in Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is, like, it doesn't make any sense to me, like, how we're supposed to get to a fight that's going to be coherent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but that being said, they do have a chance to really put in some cool, interesting information about how we get to that point. You know what I mean? So
starting with Loki. Season 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking, because they had the little Easter egg for Stinger for Loki as well. Right. So that could be
for people listening. Basically, in Loki season 1, there's a variant Loki, and at the end of season 1 of Loki that we know tries to stop Sylvie, he's in love with, which is a variant of himself. From killing he who waits at the end but he's basically a version of Kang who basically lays out the origin story of Kang. You know, he is essentially the timekeeper company or whatever that was behind the events of Loki. He's the head of that company, and it's to keep all the either in prison or locked or in check.
What if it's him?
What if
the Kang that we just had was actually him?
But he gets killed at Sylvie stabs him.
Does she?
Yeah, she kills him because he gives her a choice.
There's 2 options. 1, You kill me and destroy all this, and you don't just have one devil, you have an infinite amount. Or you two run the thing.
And she kills him. And then that's when everything changes. And the king statues are in the building, and Owen Wilson doesn't remember our Loki. And yeah. One of my favorite parts of the movie, but also an example of humor not landing. I love it when Scott has to basically save his daughter, Cassie. Kang forces him to jump down within. So there's a reactor that was damaged when he landed. They sent him to the quantum realm, and Michelle Pfeiffer's character inadvertently helps him to fix it. But when she, at the very end, when it's almost fixed, she touches it and it's connected via his thoughts, and then she sees he's basically a world destroyer. So to stop him, she enlarges it. It becomes this massive thing that, he can't power. Scott has to jump down into it, this improbability drive or whatever, right? Which leads to a really great sequence. So every decision, everything he thinks that he's going to do, doesn't do, it creates a variant of himself.
Yeah.
And it's like multitudes. They're fighting each other, and then they decide to work together, and they become like ants. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool sequence.
I did like when one of them popped up and he was still working at fucking Baskin Robbins.
And that's for me, I didn't laugh. I thought,
oh really?
I thought that was
funny.
That was kind of forced because it made no sense. Why would a variant of him dressed as him when he used to work at an ice cream shop pop up? Because he thought about the ice.
I don't know.
That's what I mean.
But I thought it was funny.
You didn't need, but you could still have funny without having it to be.
I guess.
Remember he sold ice cream once. Like, ooh, that felt a little clumsy to me. It didn't destroy the sequence, but for me, it's an example of a joke that didn't land, right? They were really trying to make it funny. And I don't think they needed it. I think that sequence is so amazing. You didn't need that, right? Paul Rudd is great. He's great as variant Paul Rudd's in that moment. And that's why one of the reasons why I don't think this movie deserves the shit. There's a lot of ingenuity and creativity and then fights. Like when he enlarges and then, he shrinks. And I think Cassie throws him because she's large.
I think
or
so.
Something.
Yeah.
Like he does he rolls up into a ball and suddenly enlarges to break through the force field around Kang's fortress.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
The sentient ants, they became sentient as they were falling through the quantum. They live entire generations in that moment.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty funny. Yeah. They live thousands of years in the moments of them falling.
Yeah.
Because going into the quantum realm, you don't know what's going to happen as far as time is concerned. So they were turned into fully sentient, technocratic, sort of crazy science ants.
Yeah.
And they were huge, right? Weren't they huge? They were big ant. They didn't shrink as small as he did. They were big.
Yes. Well, some of them, I think near the end, there was various sizes attacking Kang.
Oh, were there?
And I could be wrong, but I think I saw one or two really giant ones.
Yeah, but
right?
I thought he threw the things at the giant ones to make them really big.
Probably. And there was so much shit flying at you. As much as I love the world and the inventiveness, there's a lot of chaos.
Yeah, it is.
And at a certain point, I started kind of zoning out.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up because they're gonna save the day. Which is why I thought, oh wait, he's gonna be trapped here.
Yeah.
Oh, good play there, movie. And then his movie's like, psych, happy ending. Oh, you lost your balls.
One of the things I really missed from the other Ant-Man movies was Michael Peña's character. Those three his three buddies, T.I., Michael Peña, and then the weird Russian dude, they were so good. They were such great, supporting characters.
They would have been funny in a quantum realm.
They would have been funny as hell because they're completely
average Joes.
Average Joes, dude. That would have been good. And we could have gotten one of Michael Peña's narration sequences.
I don't remember those. What was that?
Oh, you don't remember those?
Yeah, I barely
Holy
remember.
shit. Where Michael Pena tells a story and it's like going between all these people talking to each other. It's like a telephone thing. Like it cuts to all these different scenes of like how he got the information about a heist, right? But it's Michael Pena telling the story, and every time they talk in the story, it's Michael Pena's voice.
Oh,
and so,
I think I remember.
And the way that when they move their mouth, it's like to the exact same, like they move it exactly like Michael Pena's like narration goes. So it's like drunk history, basically.
And Ignacio tells me, yo, I met this crazy fine writer chick at the spot last night. Like, fine, like crazy stupid fine. And he goes up to the bartender and goes, look at the girl I'm with. You know what I'm saying? She's crazy stupid fine, right? And the bartender's all like, yeah, crazy stupid fine.
You know what would have been dope now that I'm thinking about it? Like, what if Michael Pena and the other boys, but let's just talk about Michael Pena. He comes along for the ride. We get to that moment. We think they're going to be stuck there. And he's the one that saves the day.
Who saves the day.
And it's like, no, but you'll be stuck here. He's like, homie, I got fucking warrants, dude. Here, I'm a fucking king. I'm a fucking king, yo. I got this. Go. And then Michael Pena, he's gone to Quantum Realm. And then he fucking shows up 4 movies later.
Well, that would have been phenomenal. It could be like the whole... Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi, right? She like ends up being like the queen of the Ewoks, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. He can even say that. I'm the lamb, dude.
Well, that's the whole thing. He could fall into a pit of despair, a pit of who knows of something, and like he disappears for like half the movie, and then shows up with like a whole fucking army of little.
No, I'm about to blow your mind, dude. Go ahead.
The ooze guys. He could find a bunch of those little ooze guys, and he could have like an army of ooze guys to like come help win the day, like in the middle of the battle.
In addition, he resurrects MODOK. We haven't even talked about MODOK.
Oh, MODOK, yeah.
The Easter egg is him and MODOK chilling. He's giving him a little doobie. Like, come on, man. You a big ass head, man. But shit, man, we can work with that, baby. You know, like,
dude, that would be funny.
Pena and MODOK. They can have a whole fucking. You want to know a new TV show, Disney?
Right there, baby.
That fans will hate, but I think would be pretty funny. But anyway, maybe that's a horrible idea. But
I don't know, man. I think that's a great idea. But my whole thing is it could easily tie into what you were talking about, like him saving the day, right?
I like that idea, dude.
And then allow him to be king of the quantum realm, Michael Pena.
So MODOK, we gotta talk about MODOK.
MODOK.
So he's a big fucking head.
MODOK. MODOK. Wouldn't it be Modovk?
Oh yeah. I kept staring at his face. So like, is that good CGI or bad CGI or just a face stretched? And how it would look normally.
I think it was just a face stretch, but I think they did it on purpose.
I know they did it on purpose.
I don't think that they were trying to make it look. I don't think they wanted it to make it look perfect. Mm-hmm. They wanted it to be kind of goofy and comical. I mean, and I thought that was a great decision. I enjoyed it.
I bet you there's tons of people that hated what they did.
Fucking hated him.
Oh, he's so goofy and stupid. Whatever. Oh, I can't. I promised myself, and I must get it out right now before I forget. It is a topic near and dear to my heart. And they started the film this way. They started the film with the theme song to Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about.
Now, listen. Do you know of Welcome Back, Kotter?
No, I don't.
That's the show John Travolta starred in the 70s. That was just his big break. You've heard of it. Have you heard of it?
It sounds familiar.
Okay. Well, this won't be for you. This will be for the oldies out there.
Okay.
That know what I'm talking about.
My mom might know.
She'll know. She'll definitely know. Not trying to say like, if I know, her old ass knows. No, not at all. She's of the generations that would cherish the show. The Sweat Hogs. They start with Paul Rudd walking happily down the street with the theme song of Welcome Back, Kotter. That song is Welcome Back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back. Something, something, something. Who'd have thought you'd make it? Who'd have think we need you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we teased you a lot because we got you on the spot. Welcome back. This is a story of a man who escaped his shitty plight, thought he made it, failed, had to come back, and now they're like, haha, motherfucker, welcome back, asshole. You thought you got out, but you're back. You're back here where you belong with us now, bitch. Welcome back.
To the quantum realm, or?
No, I'm talking about...
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm talking about
dude.
Welcome Back, Carter. Welcome Back, Carter is this show, a 70s show about a guy who went to this high school, left, and then wound up being a teacher, teaching the dumbest fucking morons in the school. Anyone who knows the song Welcome Back, Carter, in my interpretation, it is the ultimate fuck you asshole song. Ha ha ha.
Really?
Well, I mean, if you listen to the words, listen to this, Stella. Just
oh
humor
God!
me.
Please don't sing anymore.
I won't sing it. I'll say it. Is that better?
Sure.
It's gonna be hard for me not to sing it.
Just do whatever you want.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. He left. He laughed about it. Oh, well, that's in the past. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained, and now they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you back here where we need you? Your fucking dreams turned around. You fucking lost, asshole. Your dreams failed. And guess where it put you? Right back here with us. Yeah, we tease them a lot because we got them on the spot. We tease you about it. You fucked up your life, and now you're back, and we're going to tease you about it.
This is a very odd conversation we're having.
Welcome back. We could always spot a friend, welcome back, and I smile when I think how you must have been. The Glee. I smile when I think how you must have been. What is that for? What the kind of bullshit is that? Like, it's like you failing. You, Mike, you get hired. You're now executive producer of a Marvel film, and everything tanks, and I sing that to you. We teased you a lot because we got you on the spot. We tease you because you got nowhere to go, motherfucker. We have you. Welcome back, bitch.
So
welcome back. Welcome back.
Why, now explain why you feel like that has such resonance in the movie.
No, it doesn't. I just love the song. I love that they...
Are you fucking kidding me? We went through this whole fucking...
Yes! Because Welcome Back, Carter is such a meaningful mystery of a song. And I love the fact that they included the movie because it fit the tone perfectly. But there's a deeper meaning to that song.
Well, what the fuck is the meaning?
I just told you the meaning.
No, but I'm saying, what is the meaning in relationship to the movie?
Oh, no meaning at all. No meaning at all. It's just a funny, goofy way to start the movie.
Every day I have to deal with this, guys. Every day.
But I just blew a lot of minds out there.
No, you didn't. You blew a lot of minds of all the people who are like, why the fuck did you bring this up? I believe your point. But I thought that this was all looping back around. You singing the whole goddamn song was about to loop back around.
Oh, I didn't sing the whole song. You want me to sing the whole song?
Please don't sing.
I'll fucking sing it, but I got to look up the lyrics.
Please don't sing the whole song.
I didn't, have it on, standby.
But you say it's the ultimate fuck you song. So I don't understand.
My point is,
you gotta have a point to the why it pertains to the movie.
Because it is the ultimate fuck you song, and no one realizes what it is, what it truly fucking means. It is probably the most horrible, taunting, teasing song in a sitcom ever, because it's put to this cadence of "Hey, welcome back,"
happy, lucky, yeah.
But it's really them just saying "fuck you, bitch." You're back here in your old high school, you fucking loser. teaching the dumbest fucking kids in high school, and we gonna give you shit every day, which they did in every episode. But it's in the song because it's Welcome Back, and they're just basically saying, welcome back, Scott Lang.
Got it.
Back from the was not the snap, they call it the blip.
Well, no, I think they everyone at this point knew that he had a big role in saving the world. You know what I mean?
But welcome back, and on surface, welcome back is, hey, right. Welcome back. They picked it because that's why.
Well, yeah, but I think they also picked it because it has like that fun sort of cadence that you were talking about.
I know.
But one thing I thought was funny between like when they show him at the beginning, they're like, "Thanks, Spider-Man," and then at the end, he's like, "No, I know who you are. You're the other one. You're the other Bugman." And then he's like, "Okay," well, he goes with his coffee. He's like, $12, like because he doesn't charge him for the coffee at the beginning of the movie when he thinks he's Spider-Man. But once he realizes he's Ant-Man at the very end, he's like, $12. Like,
okay.
It's like, okay.
All right, well, you want to rate it?
I will give it 3 out of 5 ooze holes. 3 out of 5 drink the ooze.
How many holes do you have? That's got to be one of my favorite jokes.
That was pretty fucking funny. That character was totally my favorite. Like he was really great.
I'll give it slightly better. I'll give it a 3.5. You know, it's definitely for me the best of the Ant-Man films. Mm-hmm. Simply because it was just packed full of so much.
Right.
3.5 Welcome Back Carters out of 5.
Welcome back.
Fuck you, Carters out of 5.
Welcome back.
If you ever want to fucking piss me off or just say that you hate me, you sing that fucking song.
Holes must be so very nice. Holes for smiling breaks the ice. Holes for laughing, holes for tears. Holes for milking, holes for ears. Holes are where the food does pass. The other end it comes out gas. Holes are dandy and that's the scoop. Holes for hearing and holes for poop. When you have no holes like me, it's hard to do things easily. Like sneeze or wink or blow a kiss. Or let one rip or take a peanut and just throw it in the air and catch it in your mouth. Holes, my friends, bring dignity. You can pick your nose or sip some tea. And when it's time for Betty bye, you close your holes and shut your eye. Must be nice.